this is Moonpie Tarot doing your next 10 days love reading. This will be for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So as you know, some of the messages may or may not resonate. Just take what fits, leave the rest. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please remember to hit the like, subscribe, and share button. I would greatly appreciate that. So this will be a love reading for the next 10 days. So basically from the time that you click on the video, 10 days going forward. All right. And if you'd like to get a personal reading from me, there's a link in the description box below. Just click that link and that will take you to my booking site. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Moonpie Tarot. All right, Libra. So I already have your cards placed here. And the top row would represent the person in question. And the bottom row will be your energy. I'll try to combine them, see what's going on. But let's start your reading off with the overall energy between you and your love interest for the next 10 days. Let's see. What does Virgo, why did I say Virgo? Some of you might be involved with the Virgo or you're on the cusp of Virgo, Libra. So what does Libra need to know about this love connection? The overall energy. Solitude. All right, Libra. You and your person might not be speaking at this time, or there's just an energy of like going within, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. That's Hermit energy. It's interesting because it did say Virgo. So if you are connecting with a Virgo or someone that has strong Virgo placements, your person could be pulling away or pulling in these next 10 days, okay? But the overall energy is no one's talking. No one's speaking to one another. It's just like needing a time out, going within, pulling away, not trying to really, I feel like, figure things out, not really leaving it be right now, Libra, leaving it be. Let's see what other message we can get here for you, Libra, for the next 10 days. Solitude can be good. It might be necessary at this time for someone here. It could also be, Libra, you really not wanting to communicate with anybody. Spending a lot of time reading, delving into some books, trying to make sense of something I'm hearing. Okay, crown chakra. Stuff going on in the head, thinking, going within and thinking about some things. What's crowning down on you, Libra? What's going on these next 10 days that you are being either forced to have to spend time alone or you're making that decision? All right, 2 cards here. Obstacles and challenges, rejoice and celebration. Okay. Trying to figure out, I feel you and your person, there are a lot of obstacles. There are some things here that you guys are having a difficult time overcoming. Rejoice and celebration does feel to me, Libra, for you and your person not to spend too much time apart. You may need to like take a break. The answers aren't coming right now, is what I feel, or they haven't been. There's been a struggle trying to figure out how to solve something in connection to your relationship. You know, there's kind of like a gap here. Having a difficult time bridging the gap. This energy here feels like try to take it easy. I'm hearing whatever the problems are with this relationship, there's just this need to back off for a little bit and try to take things lightly and just try to not overthink it, not worry too much, not dive into deep solitude. Be careful, like solitude and isolation. I feel like taking some time out from each other to just let the dust fall is okay, but I also feel like not for too long, okay? While in this energy, both of you, they're saying it's like, all right, I gotta let this go for now. I don't know how to figure this out. I don't know how to solve this problem. We keep hitting roadblocks. So for now, I'm just gonna leave it alone, and just try to enjoy my life the next 10 days going forward. Just try to be as happy as I possibly can. And I feel like that's what's coming up here for you guys. Now, your person, they're starting off with Temperance. We do have Sagittarius, we have water element mostly, okay? But that doesn't have to be your person's sign. But what I feel like is your person is trying to get into this place of peace right now, trying to come into harmony. And with the Queen of Cups here, I feel like your person is really trying to get in tune with how they feel about your connection, okay? It feels like getting in touch with the feminine side, the emotions, the nurturing side, and trying to find how, I'm hearing, how do we get in harmony? I feel like your person probably, it seems like they, because there's this need to get in touch with their emotional side, they may not have been doing that before, but they have some very defensive energy here, okay? And there's also a sense of aggression. I feel like your person is pushing you away because there's some anger of some sort, okay? Now that might be related to you, or it's related to someone else in their life, okay? And this here makes me feel like pushing people away to be on their own, to be in solitude, to be alone, to sort things out. They might have a lot. For some of you, this could be you. They feel you're pushing them too hard. For some, that may not be the case at all. It could be them who's getting into solitude. I feel like your person really doesn't know how to solve the problems in this relationship, and so instead of trying to like sit down and talk about it, they're more or less being defensive. And the Queen of Cups does have a tendency to keep her emotions within him or her, your person. You know, she can be very nurturing and loving, but there is this thing here where it's like they don't want you to get close right now. Yet at the same time, I feel like they are going to communicate with you in these next 10 days, because I feel like they come up with some kind of an idea, a new concept or a new type of an idea. And I feel like they communicate something with you about this. And it's very practical. You know, it's not something that isn't feasible or that can't work. It feels like for your reading here, Libra, you need to kind of just pull away for now and let them come up with the idea, or let them sort out what they want, what's possible for them to do. But let's pull a clarifying card for the Temperance to see, because I do feel like they have some anger and they're trying to temper themselves. It's almost like they want you to just back off, or else they're going to say something they're going to regret. And they're really trying to get in touch with how they really feel. And I don't mean to say back off in like a very harsh way. It's just space. I feel like your person wants some space. What is Temperance here? Yeah. Four of Pentacles. Blocking right now. Okay. Like I said, it might not have anything to do with you, just stuff going on in their life. Maybe they have someone else, a water sign, that they have a connection with, and they're trying to like deal with some issues with that person. But with the Four of Pentacles, I don't feel like this person wants to let you go, but I do feel like they're just deflecting right now so that they can get some peace and try to sort some stuff out. Seems like they're going to figure something out. come up with a workable plan or something, an idea. It's for the first time I've ever looked at this card where I was seeing a light bulb in my mind. Okay. And so that's like, hey, a new idea of figuring out a way that we can reunite and come back together to be happy again, and to figure out a way to like bridge this gap, because I feel like your person is there and they're willing to walk the plank for you. But they need you to meet them halfway, and I feel like you're willing and open to doing that, but you want them to take the first steps. You kind of are like, you might even be behind them here. You're not over here, you might be behind them, but I feel like this person wants you to like come up here and meet them halfway so you guys can help each other get over this obstacle or these gaps. Now, for you, you have the Two of Swords. So I feel like they're blocking you. You're going to block them as well. Like, okay, you don't want to be with me. That's fine. You're just kind of like, let me go in, then I'll go in and decide what I need to do. I don't know. Some of you are just feeling like you're not sure if this is going to work or how can it work. I kind of feel like for you, Libra, you've exhausted all your resources at this point. You've just been like with all these different ideas, offering this, offering that. You want this relationship to work. You have all kinds of ideas in your head, but you're also thinking to yourself, is this person is just not going to be able to commit ever? Ever? Are they ever going to just come in and just make their decision and figure something out? Am I even wanting to commit to this? They ghost me all the time. I'm not sure what's going on. You're kind of like left in the dark here, like everything's up in the clouds. There's nothing tangible. And for you, it's like you just want to just meet me halfway as well. Okay? But I feel like you both have to walk towards each other and get on the same page. And I feel like that's what you want. We have Leo up here, and it's so funny. Every Libra reading, I'm always picking up Leo. But it feels like in this here, this is a very healing relationship. You both have the wing to each other's heart. You both carry the wing. It takes two wings to fly. You know this. They're like your other half, okay? Two different wings of the same bird is how I feel, and you want to be on the same page with this person. But, I feel like your person is just finally taking a look at the cup. I don't know that they even, maybe they were just involved because you wanted it and then they went along with it. But I don't know that they ever searched their heart to really see how they feel. And I feel like right now, these next 10 days, that's what they're doing. So if you're not hearing from them, I don't feel like there's game playing or anything like that. I feel like they're just trying to like reassess and figure out what it is. Not so much that they want you, because I do feel like they do want to be with you. But they're reassessing how they really feel about this relationship or this connection, and if it can work. And, do we have too much blockings or too much aggression or anger? It feels like it's a lot on their part. I don't see it there on yours. You're just trying to work with this person. You want them, if they're juggling others, you want them to stop doing that. You're trying to seek balance yourself and hold your ground. This is a dance between the two of you, and you know how the dance works. Sometimes they're up, sometimes they're down. And the same for you. It's like you are willing to fill in the holes that are empty for them, and you want them to be able to do the same. So you have 2 twos here. Actually, you have 3 twos. You are just seeking balance, and that's you. You're a Libra. You're seeking balance, mostly, and to come together. And you're waiting for them, but you're just like, are they ever going to commit? They keep ghosting me. They keep pulling away. Or they just have these other things going on, or they get defensive, or they're blocking me all the time. And then they come back, and then they're blocking, But I do see they're going to come in with some kind of message, and I do feel like you both are going to be able to get into this position of like, yeah, let's see what progress we can make. I feel like you'll wait for them, Your heart will. You know, that doesn't mean you won't date. It doesn't mean you won't socialize with others and talk to other people. It just means that, like, your heart is waiting for you guys to just, you're waiting for them to come forward and be like, listen, here's what I've come up with. Here's how I think this can work. Because you want them to take the lead now. Because I feel like you've been doing that for a while. You've been taking the lead. You've been kind of saying, well, this is this and that's that, and this is how it should be, and this is how I want it to be. But allow them, take a step back and allow them to come forward. So let's get a couple of Moonology cards and see what the message is here for you. Emotions are running high. Well, that's true. Okay, they're looking at their cup and their emotions. You're looking at all other options you might have as well. But I don't feel like it's options of other people so much. They might be there, but you may not be interested. I feel like you're interested in them, in what they're going to show up as. Because everyone else or any other options you've had, I mean, if they were something you wanted, you'd be with those other options, but I don't feel like you're really interested in anybody else. But emotions are definitely running high. Don't let your past hold you back. Okay, this is South Node energy. All right. I feel like too, that's for both of you. You know, your person has a tendency to let their past control them. Definitely. Even if, you know, whether there's an ex or someone that's still involved in their life, they don't know how to separate that. And I feel like that's what the problem is. You know, they keep you out in the dark, or they keep you separate from other people in their life. You know, you're trying to have a life and build with them and incorporate your life and your family with them. And I feel like for them, they kind of like keep you at a distance from that, and that's hurtful to you. You just are the one with all the partnership here. You have all the twos. Your person seems to stand mostly by themselves a lot. And they might be kind of a loner at times. What else? Surrender to the divine. Okay. Well, that just basically says that let go and let God is what I'm hearing. The divine, however you want to call it. You know, this whole relationship, you guys came together not because of any other reason, but you were brought to each other, not by you, but by the divine. And that is who is in control of this. So any of these setbacks will bring comebacks, is what I feel. Even if you guys go back and forth 100 million times in this relationship, it's working out the kinks. It's part of the process. It's never just, you know, oh, we get together and then it's one straight line to the finish end. It just never works that way. These setbacks that you and your person have are what cause the growth, right? So, you know, don't disqualify each other just because you're not talking or you're not in solitude. You know, understand the process. Okay? You have protected. Okay? You are safe and divinely guided. Okay? So I don't feel like this connection or this relationship is over. I don't feel like you should call it over until it's completely done. And I don't feel like it's done. I just feel like it's, you know, it's their turn to pull away and figure stuff out. And sometimes I feel like this person needs that solitude in order to do that. They want to be the ones, I feel, to come at you with, hey, I've figured it out. I have a plan. This is what's going to work for me. Not, you know, where you guys can come together. Okay. Finances. So financial challenges are affecting this connection. There's no doubt. Okay. That might be a heavy burden on this relationship at times. A lack of money, a lack of finances, or, you know, a back and forth. Who's paying this and who's paying that? And that kind of issue. I don't know that it's major. For some of you, it could be, but it's definitely here. Okay. Intuition. You already know the answer you seek. Okay, so I don't know exactly what's going on there, but I feel like if you're seeking some answers, trying to understand something, trust your intuition. You're being told already about this connection. I feel like a lot of you are being told don't give up, don't let it go, hold on. However, there's this fear-based thing for some of you that's like, I'm done, I'm out, I'm going to find somebody else. And that's your ego. If that's happening to you, that's your ego. I feel like your love is true for this person. It's, it's kind and it's real, and it's like, this is the soulmate card here. So you guys are like, there's a lot of growth that is happening in this relationship and a lot of struggles. Firm boundaries are needed now. Okay, so that's definitely, I feel like your person's putting up some boundaries, and I feel like you are too. Your boundaries are, all right, I'm not gonna message you, I'm not gonna contact you, I'm gonna let you figure your stuff out, and I'm just gonna hope for the best at this point. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. This is your person, Libra. This is what that solitude is for. And I feel like that crown chakra is a very much like a spiritual, like the light coming down on them, for them to get some kind of an awakening here. Time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. Sorry, I can't read that backwards. It's backwards for me. Yeah, so this time apart is necessary. This is part of the process in this relationship. I feel you, even though we are apart. So there is a sense of like, you can still feel each other. Absolutely. Your person still is feeling you. Definitely. I just saw the scent of you is on a piece of clothing for them. And they smell it sometimes when you're apart. Like a pillow or like an old shirt or something that you might have worn that they still have. They never washed it. I remember every detail of that day. Okay, some special moment that you two have shared together. Libra, your person has not forgotten. It's etched on their heart, in their mind. I don't feel like they want to give up. I feel like they're really taking the time to consider how they feel about you. Letting whatever arguments have occurred between you, just letting them dissipate so that they can bring back that heart energy, that love energy. They are secretly longing for you though, Libra. Definitely. I don't know that they're missing you, because it may be for some of you very recently that there was a split. But secretly, they think about you, they long for you. You've done the work, abundance flows to you now. So things are going to increase. It's the daily increase. Sometimes the daily decrease is how we have an increase, okay, in this relationship. And I feel like taking the energy, pulling yourself back, if you're being forced to go into solitude from them, or you're making the decision to go off on your own for a little while, this will increase the abundance in your life, because you have to have nothing in order to have something. You can have something, but you can't have a something if you already have a something. Am I making sense? I'm being very Taoish right now. Spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. I feel like that's for both of you. You are both in this position here where you do teach each other things, spiritual things, enlightenment. Some of you are from different cultures or different religions. There is a contrast to both of you, and that's what, for some of you, has a tendency to make it difficult. Okay, whether it's because of external forces, family, religion, spiritual beliefs, cultures, whatever it might be. Sorry, I really need a sip of my coffee. But I love you. This is definitely 3 words that you have said to each other in the past, but meant it. Okay, there is love here. This person does love you very much, Libra. I feel like their love is different though. They love you differently than you love. You're very loving. You're very expressive with your emotions. And this person, I feel like sometimes is uncomfortable with that and they have to pull back. It doesn't mean that they don't love you. It's just maybe in their affection area, they're a bit more logical than they are emotional. Okay? You came closer than anyone. Libra, you've had an effect on this person just by being who you are. No one has ever had this kind of effect on them because they keep coming back to you. You guys keep breaking up, coming back, breaking up, coming back, because they just don't know how to be what they can't be you, and you can't be them. You guys operate very differently is how I feel. I'm so attracted to you, Libra. This attraction between the two of you is like off the charts. It's insane. You can be completely open with this person. I feel like, Libra, you're pretty much in agreement with that, or will start to be feeling that way about them. And I feel like this person tries, but they have a hard time opening up and expressing their emotions, because mostly I don't feel like they're really even in touch or aware of how they feel at times. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes they're like, they do love you, but they get lost in confusion about how they feel, or how much to say to you, or what they should say, or when they should say something, or if they should say something to you. All right, give me a second here, because I wanted to get my other cards, and they're just like trying to get away from me. All right, let's get a couple of cards from Loving Words from Jesus. For those of you who enjoy to read scripture, I thought we'd see what the scriptures message is for the next 10 days for you. Okay. Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Okay. This is Matthew 11:28. So definitely a time to seek Jesus, seek God, seek Spirit, rest your head. Have a talk with Jesus. Some of you need to have a talk with him and ask him for your protection. Ask him, tell him all of your problems, what you're going through. Verbalize it to him. Tell him you're sad, or you're crying, or you miss this person, or you're fearful that it's not going to work out, or, all of your fears. Express everything. Don't hold it in, because then it will manifest in other ways in your life. It's okay to reach out. You also have knock and it shall be opened unto you. Wow, Matthew 7:7. So I feel like that's a very strong message for someone here. All you have to do is knock. Oh, just knock. And it will come to you. And it's usually in tune with ask and it will come to you. Okay, so a couple of messages there for you. Let's see what your Chinese fortune cookie messages are. Now these may or may not resonate with the reading, so you just take what fits for you here, okay? And then I'm going to pull some charms to see what the charm messages are here. All right, here you go. Major life change. Time is right for major life changes, as a new lifestyle or location brings great joy and a trouble-free existence. Okay, some of you might be this next 10 days trying to make some changes in your life, maybe a new lifestyle. Some of you might be moving or thinking about relocating. It could be long distance, could be a major life change needs to happen here in this relationship. Maybe you two need to move in together. Maybe you need to move out of where you're both living and separate for a little while. Or, change up the lifestyle. Maybe one needs to adapt to another's lifestyle better, or vice versa. Okay, commitment. A commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better. See, I do feel like your person hasn't officially left you for good. I just feel like with the Page of Pentacles, they are going to communicate to you some kind of new idea or plan, or hey, I'm just hearing like that text coming in, like, I think I know how to fix this, or I think I know how to solve this problem. It's like coming from them, like their idea. And I do feel like you're going to get that message and say, yeah, well, I've been saying that the whole time. But this time it's coming from them, so now they really believe it, which is strange. It's almost as if like if they come forward with that, let them have it. Let them think it was their idea, so that, because even though you know, Libra, how to make something work here with them, allow them to think that they came up with the idea. That's allowing them to take the lead, or at least letting them think that. Positive work outcomes. Consistent efforts will bring rewards, and a major purchase is worth making. So some of you might have this going on here, okay? Focusing on your work, right, while you guys are in separation. Focusing, looking around you and saying, okay, this problem, this relationship issues, we cannot really figure them out right now, so just going to leave it to Spirit, leave it to God, leave it to the divine. I'm going to surrender it. Let it just, it'll work itself out. I trust that it'll work itself out. And then right now I'm going to focus on, what do I need to get done in my daily life? What areas have I been lacking in because I've been so focused on trying to fix our relationship? The dishes are piling up. I've never made those callbacks to clients, or, I've been so distraught because I'm sad. Like real structured, getting things done, not focusing anywhere else or on any other lovers or relationships, just focusing on self, becoming self-centered, not selfish, but self-centered at this time. Opportunities. An important offer will be made. Be prepared to dress to impress. So I do feel like this person is going to come back and offer to you a way to fill this gap here. Okay, a way to say, look, I've got the glue, I've got the epoxy, I know how to bridge this gap between us, and I want to try to do that. So it feels very positive. If that gives you any reassurance, that's great. So let's move on to the charms. These are my Moonpie Tarot mugs. If you'd like to purchase one of these, they're on my Teespring store here on my channel. Otherwise, let's get some charms and see what your messages are, Libra. Okay. Oh, you have the key. Okay, so the opportunity will present itself to unlock these doors. There are some doors that have been dead bolted that you or your person have not been able to open, but now you're being given the key, okay? But it's with solitude that these revelations will come, is how I feel. There's also going to be like a key to moving in with each other, or a key to someone's new place, if there's relocating, if you're looking for a new home, or you're looking to, relocate or give a key or accept a key from someone, it's going to be presented within these next 10 days. The key to my heart is what I just heard. Somebody also wears a key around their neck, like a necklace, a key, or they have a key somewhere that, for those of you who have this key, I just heard this. First of all, if you have a key that you have no idea what it goes to or where it came from, I'm hearing they're saying take that key and put it in your pocket, because it's symbolic of change. I'm just hearing keep that key. Or there's a key, if you've lost a key to a charm or something, I'm just hearing it's like right by that table in your living room in the corner, like on the floor there. That's what I just saw, that a key. There's a key sitting there that you've been looking for, but you haven't been able to find it because it's kind of like in a very conspicuous place. Okay? Yeah, I just heard that. So now we have a cat. For some of you, your cat got your key. I don't get it. Okay, so that's a very strange looking cat. But for some of you, that's not a cat. That's a fox. And what I feel like is you are very foxy. They just want you to, I just heard that message. They want you to remember that. You are very foxy. You're a foxy mama, foxy guy. Don't get yourself in a position where you're like, this person doesn't want me because I'm not attractive, so now I have to do something differently. No. This person is like crazy attracted to you, and we saw that in the cards. Okay? So you don't have to worry about feeling like you guys aren't together because you don't look good enough. Some of you have been working on your health. I don't feel like that's even an issue at all. This person has never been non-attracted to you, okay? So that's just kind of a message for you to remember, or to hear and to remember that. All right, let's see what else. Oh, you have the dragonfly. Very beautiful. Well, spring is coming. Are dragonflies in the spring? I think they are. The first sign of this dragonfly that you see, like an actual dragonfly, is a message to you. It almost feels like, it's interesting because first time I saw this on this card. Do you see that? Looks like a phoenix rising. That dragonfly is representing that to me. That's hope. Okay? Things are going to change. The phoenix will rise. All right? This situation will come back to, you guys will come back together. There will be improvements. There will be hope again in this relationship. Some of you do have like a dragonfly planter or something, or a feeder outside. They're saying go put some food in that. Right? Is there even such a thing? I don't even know if there's such a thing. Now you have the butterfly. All right. And another cat. Okay. So I feel like getting out in nature is very important for you during this time if you're able. I don't care if you have to sit in the park in your car because it's cold. You need to be outside, Libra, to connect with nature, or go into your garden, and if it's cold, dress yourself up as warm as you can. If not, I just feel like you need to be in the sun, because with this cat, that's Leo energy, and Leo is the sun. The sun will give you strength, and it will bring back those positive vibes that you usually carry around, because I feel like solitude is not a good thing for you. You're a very social creature and you don't like to be alone. And I feel like your person, them going into solitude makes you feel alone. So it's really important during this time period that you spend some time with friends in a very jovial way, if you possibly can. I don't care if it's just one person or two people. And I'm not talking online. I mean, getting out there with your girlfriends or your guy friends and just going to have a few drinks and getting like pepped up a little bit. Okay? Get off the computer and get outside is what I hear. And spend as much time as you can outside, Libra, because that's really going to help you. And if it's warm out, good for you. Go look at the butterflies. Go search for dragonflies. Spend some time with your cat outside. I don't put a leash on your cat. Take your cat for a walk. Go find some animals, right? Some of you are going to be walking and you're going to find a key just laying there on the road. When you find that, you're going to remember these messages and remember not to give up, because this is going to come back around again, but in a much stronger, more positive way. All right, Libra, so I wish you all the best. Have a great next 10 days, and I will see you very soon. Make sure to hit subscribe and like the video if you don't mind. I would greatly appreciate that. All right, take care.